the first episode of Season 2 of the Road to League 2. We've made a step up. We're not in the Evo Stick League anymore. We're in the Vanarama National League South, and it's time to see whether we get relegated or not this season. So, hello everyone and welcome to episode 13, technically, of the Road to League 2 on FM18 with Hednesford. And we've had a decent summer. We've bought some players, but there are some players that have departed, and there's been quite a, not necessarily a radical change, but a few players have gone. As you can see, the profit and loss this season has been... apparently for tax purposes, we made £307, but in general money, we've lost £23,000, which is a bit of a concern. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, because the transfers have been a bit mental. So let's have a look quickly first at the players we've brought in. We've brought in Macaulay Davies first off, as a striker. He used to play for Stourbridge and Port Vale. He's quite a local player, 21 years old. Hopefully will follow in the footsteps of Hugo Scaplehorn, and his current ability is a first team player, and his potential ability is to be a star player. And can improve a lot to the future. And he's very suited to this level of football, which is really good to see. I've also signed Mo Adams, if I can speak, as kind of a replacement for Matt Spring, who's left the club as a defensive midfielder. But as I realised only when I signed him, he's not a very good defensive midfielder, so he's going to be playing mostly centre mid. But his current ability isn't too great. It's a decent rating for the team. But his potential ability is quite good. And the thing that attracted me to him, he's played for Boston United as well as Derby County. And I know he's only played one game in his career, but he looks like a good player. And his work rate's decent, as well as his pace and all that sort of thing. And at the end of the day, he's only 20, so that can improve. Another signing as well, we've signed Matt Barrow, you may well be familiar with, because we signed him on loan last season. And he was released by Cheltenham at the end of the season. And obviously he played 10 games for us last year. He's a hot prospect. And he's on a full-time contract, as well as the other two, I believe. And his jumping reach and his strength, determination and heading are pretty good stats. Current ability is probably a backup player, but his potential ability also is really good. And our last signing is a loan signing, Jojo Wallacott from Bristol City on loan as a goalkeeper. We'll talk about goalkeepers soon, but the thing that attracted me to him, he played 19 games for Bath City in the same league last year, and only conceded 26 and 3 clean sheets. He's pretty good going, to be quite honest. On the outside, unfortunately, we lost Ben Rose, one of our youngsters, our 16-year-old, and he's gone to Harrogate Railway. I don't know where Harrogate Railway are, and I don't know why he's gone there. He's dropped down 2 divisions to go there, which is a bit silly, but we couldn't have any power over it. And then one that I've lost that I'm really gutted about, because I just wasn't watching, was Jake Llewellyn. Now, he played brilliantly for us last year, left-back, and I wanted to keep him as the future of our left-backs. But North Ferriby got him, and the frustrating thing is they signed him on a full-time contract, so we can't just approach to sign him, and might have to wait till the end of the season, meaning that Billy Jones is really our only left-back option at the moment. So we have to definitely get someone in, and because that only happened a few days ago, it's actually yesterday, we're going to have to kind of scramble a bit. Now, of course, in terms of released players, there's a few players that have been released. Jose Vega was retiring, and he's come to us still as a goalkeeping coach. Matt Springs left, he's retired, he's become a coach at Averley. I don't know where Averley are, but he's become a coach there. And then Danny Glover, he was good for us last year, but the real highlights and why I wanted to get rid of him is because he didn't score for 30 competitive games. Now, at this level, it's pretty worrying. And he's gone to the same league at Barwell, and I hope he does well there. Anything else to talk about? I don't think so. No youth players coming in. We've signed a few staff members who've signed new scout, physio and coach, because we are now, look at this, wait, a professional club. What that means, I don't really know, because it doesn't really change much, but we can offer new contracts. And our finances are a little bit better. Our committed spending on wages is $293,000. I'm just going to actually change that. And our wage budget is $330. And we are currently spending, if we go on here, we're currently spending $302. Committed is $293. But hopefully, by the end of the season, by the end of this transfer window, that'll all sort itself out. We played a few friendlies as well over the summer holidays, if you like. We drew 0-0 with our under-18s, which isn't really much of a concern. We've actually got an under-18s team this year, which is nice, but there's still no competition, unfortunately. Then we lost 3-0 to Liverpool's under-23s, beat Stoke under-23s 2-1, that was awesome. We lost 3-1 to Man City under-23s. We lost 2-0 to Exeter, who are our new senior affiliate now, which means that basically we can loan players from them, and we also get a nice fee of £11,000 annually, so that'll really help us out. And also we played against Wolforians, who are our feeder club. We beat them 4-0. But today we're going to be showing off the games against Brackley Town and Harrogate Town. So our first opponent's Brackley Town. I've been in this league for quite a few years, since they got promoted in 2012, and they've been in this league quite stably, and last year they finished 18th, so this might well be a game that we can win. And then we've got an away game against Harrogate, and they've been in this league since 2004 and have been quite steady. And really what we're trying to do, this is the National League North. I thought it was the South. Oh. Well, I need to change the thumbnail then. Hopefully it has been changed, because I put it as the National League South. Yeah, I'll need to change that. But anyway, let's get straight into the game against Brackley Town today in our new league. And we're playing with the same formation, obviously. And we couldn't sign a goalkeeper. That's why we signed Wallacott, because we only had Nicky Eyre, who's really a backup player. And a weird thing is that Rogers has retired from professional football, but presumably at this level it's classed as semi-professional, so he can still play, but he's not too great now. We've got some definite good backup this year, but the team we're going to be playing with for our first game is Wallacott in goal. Let's see what he can do. Bellinga, Bailey, Oshie and Jones, pretty much the same as last year. We haven't really strengthened in the defence in terms of first teamers. Then Alan Burton plays defensive midfielder. We've got Forley and Fitzpatrick as central midfielders. Laurie as a central attacking midfielder, and then Jarvis and Skeppelhorn up front. And maybe Macaulay Davis coming on later. And obviously Jarvis was signed late last year, and he finally came into his stride at the end of last year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can do a little bit better this year. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's get straight into it. Really excited for this season, but I don't think it's going to go to particularly well. That's just my, absolute feeling and gut instinct. But our team, we're playing with a 4-4-2. Diamond, they're playing with a 4-2-1-3 wide, which is a bit peculiar, but, fair enough. And I think we just got to go out and give the fans their money's worth. I think there's 780 fans in the stadium today, which is a pretty decent amount. But yeah, let's get into it. It's the start of the season, and we don't really need that, so we're going to put that there. There we go. And as you can see, there's some real big names in this league. You've got Nuneaton Town, who, of course, Lelujo is doing his Let's Play with, and that's the webcam moved. No, it hasn't. It's fine. That's good. In terms of good big names, Wrexham's quite a big name, actually. They were in League 2 a few years ago. We've got our local rivals, Telford United and Tamworth, both in this league. Of course, got FC United and Manchester, that probably most people will be familiar with. And then, of course, Altrincham, who we got promoted with last year. And then Boston and Blythe, who, of course, Captain Goodspeed has done his journeyman save with. And if you're not subscribed to Captain Goodspeed, make sure you go and do that. Some cracking content over there of all types. You've got FM to LA Noir to Ashes Cricket to Cricket Captain. It's very varied, which is really nice, and something that hopefully I'm going to try and bring to the channel. It's snowing like hell out there. I'm recording this the day after the last episode, and it's really been snowing. But at the moment we haven't conceded, which is really nice. And it's a penalty. Oh, that's nice. Well, Gareth Dean shoved Nat Jarvis, and Billy Jones takes the penalty. I don't know why I've done this again. This is a bit silly. But can we take the lead in our first Vanarama National League North game? Yes, we can. Lovely penalty by Billy Jones. And we are now 1-0 up in second in the table. I'm sure we're not going to be there for much longer. But what a start. I'm going to sip my tea whilst we wait for this lovely highlight. Nice. Very good penalty. Well done. And hopefully we can keep this lead. That'll be a brilliant start to our journey in the National League North. Fitzpatrick, Burton, Fitzpatrick again, and it's off the post. Jarvis scores, and we're 2-0 up. We are top. We're top of the table, and apparently Jarvis has played for Brackley before, but we're top of the table. What on earth is this? This is crazy. I thought it'd be the other way round. I didn't think we'd get any goal in our first 6 games. It'd be a bit like Crystal Palace in the Premier League this year. But what a start this has been. 2-0 up in 22 minutes. And this is a really good start to our new league. And we've got a lot of positive attitudes in the squad. A lot of determined players this year to prove themselves in a higher league. Bailey, to Forley, to Bailey, to Skeppelhorn. It's nearly 3-0. I'm pinching myself. This can't quite be happening. I mean, the last competitive game we played, we beat Shoreline to get to this level. And the next one we play against Brackley, in which we're beating them 2-1 as it stands. This is just incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. And I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to say we're going to be fighting for playoffs, because our aim for this year is to attempt to avoid relegation, i.e. we're pretty much going to get relegated, so it's going to be a struggle. But we're nearly 3-0 up. That was a bit of a stupid shot by Forley there. But I think these players haven't got the best quality, they're not exactly Champions League quality. But wouldn't it be brilliant this year if we could get say into the FA Cup first round? That would be a brilliant thing to do, and a little bit further in the FA Trophy as well. We're going to try and control the game, because we seem to have been having a lot more shots than Brackley and playing in a lot more confidence than them, which is really nice to see. And at half-time, I'm quite speechless, to be honest. I don't think the club expected it. I don't think the fans expecting it. I certainly didn't expect it whatsoever. And as it says there, we're deservedly ahead at the break. And I'm not going to say it to be complacent, because they've just been playing really well. There's no other words for it. We are going to take Skeppelhorn off. He's been playing decently, but I want to see what Davis can do in this squad. He can play as a target man on attack, and we'll change Jarvis, therefore, to defensive forward on support. Hopefully we don't lose this lead, because that would be a bit naff, wouldn't it, for the first game of the season. And hopefully, it looks like the players have already, but I'm not going to judge anything too quickly. But I think the main bulk of this squad need to make sure that they do rise to this level pretty quickly. I don't think there's that much of a rise between this level and Evo Stick level, because obviously there are some teams that have played in that league a few years ago, for the example of like FC United and Manchester, of course, Altrincham getting promoted last year. And there definitely are a few other teams as well that are coming up from that league. And down from the National League as well, you've got the likes of Wrexham, which are going to be a pretty tricky team. I'm sure they're probably one of the favourites to go up. Right, we're going to bring Mo Adams on for Alan Burton. I know he's not very good as a defensive midfielder, but oh well, you know, you can't really do much about it now. Players at this level should be expected really to play in several positions. But Jordan Wheatley will come on as well, and we're going to go back to counter-attacking now. And this should be a brilliant result to start off our National League South campaign. But it's not quite over yet. Davis into Deeney. Oh. Fawley's pushed him, and it's a penalty for Brackley. And it isn't going to be a clean sheet, I don't think, if that's any consolation for Brackley Town. And is it Simon Davis? I'm going to have a guess at Simon Davis. Scott Davis, close enough. He steps up, and he scores. Wallacott goes the right way. It sounds like Tim Wallacott, which is a bit funny, but there we go. It's not exactly Ben Hill, is it? But anyway, they've clawed one back, and Wallacott needs to make sure that we don't concede again. I'm going to ask the players to tighten up at the back, because really, we don't really want to blow away these 3 points and, you know, ruin it. But Jarvis on the wing puts it in, and that was a pretty poor cross, to be quite honest. There was no way that Macaulay Davis was going to get there whatsoever. There's going to be some new players to learn some names of, the likes of Wallacott, the likes of Adams, and the likes of Macaulay Davis. But really, at the same token, we've just got to make sure that these players can make the step up. Lovely pass from Fawley to Jarvis, and it's another penalty. Is Billy Jones going to get his second goal of the campaign? Brilliant. There's been 3 penalties at Keys Park today. Unbelievable. Can Billy Jones get his second goal of the season? Our leading goal scorer, that'd be quite funny. Billy Jones steadies himself, and it's 3-1. Billy Jones gets his second goal of the season. Technically assisted by Mo Adams. I don't quite know how that works. But that's 3-1, which we should be technically out of sight now, as it says there. And look at that image. We're top of the National League North. This is fantastic stuff. And I'm sure that won't be happening the rest of the season. But if we get mid-table this season, it'd be really good. And I think winning these first 2 games would be a really good start. But away from home, it might well be a different picture. Laurie gets it back, though, and that should be all over. And we've won 3-1 today. Quite incredible. And there we go. ESPN's correspondent was just surprised at the result, felt that Brackley should win. And so for us to win is really something. And definitely, I'm very happy with the result and the way we've played. So we get to Harrogate Town later on in the week. It's been something we haven't done for a while, played twice in a week. That's going to be quite a shock to the system. But let's get to Harrogate Town now. Let's take a trip to Harrogate, you know, an away day to Harrogate for about 15 Hednesford fans, and I'll see you there. We've made a few changes then for this game against Harrogate, which apparently is impossible for us. We're 10-1 to win this, so shall we try and, avoid all the odds, and ignore all the odds, and defy the odds, and try and win this game against Harrogate. As I said, they've been a stronghold in this league for quite a few years, and hopefully we can turn them round today. As you can see, first in the National League North. Brilliant stuff. But our first change is Matt Bauer. He comes in for Ben Bailey, who's a little bit tired and has got an increased injury risk. And as well, Macaulay Davis comes in for Nat Jarvis for his first start for the club. But apart from that, we've kept it all the same. So let's go for our game against Harrogate. Is it Harrogate or somebody else? I think it's Harrogate. It is. They're playing a flat floor 2. There we go. We'll just keep it like that. A floor 2. That's absolutely fine. But we're obviously playing our diamond as always, and we are the underdogs, and that suits us down to the ground. Let's go and cause an upset. Absolutely right. We're coming to this game top of the National League North. Quite an incredible thing to do, really, as a team that's just been promoted. But anything can happen, of course, and as that is the thing, you know, nothing is impossible. We can definitely defy the odds and try and get a win today. And we've got the first shot, but they got a shot back. We're probably going to lose this, though, but it's brilliant that we got those 3 points on the board in order to just get 3 points to start us off and get the what's the word? The motivation up in the players. There we go. Get the motivation up in the players. Another team that are flying high in Altrincham that come up last year. So it seems like the Evo Stick was a really good league last year, and this league's just a bit naff. You know, we're gonna easily go up, but it's not gonna quite happen like that, is it? We're not really getting a regular threat. We are having the shots, which is really good. We are buying the tickets for the raffle. And if you don't buy a ticket, you won't win the raffle. Good old Alan Smith on FIFA, eh? But we're nearly on the 45-minute mark already. Oh, Oshie's injured, which is a bit of a bad one. Hopefully he's not out for too long. But we'll bring Bailey on as a replacement. And that is not the best news I've heard all day. We'll make Jones a wing-back rather than a defensive full-back. He doesn't particularly like that. But that'll be half-time with no goals, I believe. And we're still top of the table, unbelievably. Because Altrincham have lost a goal and are drawing against FC United in Manchester. So, nothing to lose. Yeah, go and give it your best shot. Absolutely, there is nothing to lose here, you know. We've got a point at the moment. And if we do lose this game, it really doesn't matter in some way. As long as we don't get battered, as long as the players try their best, that's all that matters. And that's all we can really ask this year, you know. Last year there was a lot of pressure on us, I think, to get promoted. Because, you know, we wanted this challenge fairly quickly. We'd only be spending 10 years in the Evo stick. But as long as we don't get relegated this year, you know, anything from 20th to 1st is going to be absolutely fine. But Burton puts it in for Bauer, and it's 1-0 Hednesford. Is it 1-0 Hednesford? Bauer scores. It is. It's 1-0 Hednesford. This is unbelievable. 6 out of 6 at the moment. And for a game that we were 10-1 to win, for the lucky chap in the stand that's put a 10 on Hednesford, he's going to win 110 quid. Fantastic stuff. Well done, chap. We can't get ahead of ourselves just yet. Because Chorley do join us on that points mark. But as I said, we cannot get ahead of ourselves. But it seems like our defence are a lot better now. And probably could just jinxed it and we're going to go and score. Because our number 4 just missed that marks to McGlade. And he puts it into Fulkingham. And what a jinx I am, eh? Ah, dude, they've just scored. I was just saying, oh, our defence is fantastic. Not quite. But, oh well, you know, it's a goal conceded. We're drawing. We weren't expected to win this game. And that was a bit silly from our defender. But then there we go. Everyone makes mistakes. Can't see which one he is. Who is he? Who is he? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, Fulkingham has a shot. And it goes past Wallacott with relative ease. But let's make a few subs now. Skeppelhorn hasn't really got off the mark, which is a bit of a shame, to be quite honest, this year. But, you know, some players need a bit of time just to get into gear. We're going to take off Tom Fawley as well. He hasn't been really playing too well today. But hopefully he can make the step up. He's one of our team leaders, as well as Ben Bailey, I believe. I think Ben Bailey is one of our team leaders. So it's really good to see that dynamic being built up at the club. And that is really, really good stuff. We've got about 12 minutes left in this game now. So there's not long left to make an impact. But we'll tell the players to push forward. You know, let's see what we can do. But really want to keep this point. So we're not going to go on attacking. We're just going to keep it on counter. And if it does say 1-1, I'll be quite pleased with that. Doesn't look like we go. Oh, we are. Obviously, I'm a jinx. Didn't look like we're going to get any highlights. Yes, we are. Right, Beck. Oh, dear. Across to Taylor. And it's a goal. That's a shame. We've lost that really late on. And that is a real shame. We were leading. And we've lost it really late on. It's through. Well, it's through. It's through no lack of trying, definitely. But that's a real shame. We've lost our first National League North game. We have got 3 points out of 6. You know, a bit of positivity to take us into the rest of August. But there we go. That's really unfortunate. And yeah, we did get first blood, but nobody expected us to win. But we gave it everything. And that's all that matters. That's it then for the goes. For the goes. Don't know why I was trying to put a combination of words out there, but there we go. So that's it, folks. The first episode of Season 2 of the Road to League 2. Let me know if you've enjoyed down in the comments. I'm really to get some interaction and start talking to you guys in the comments. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, I'll see you tomorrow at 6 PM for the next episode of the Hednesford Town Career Mode on FM18 and officially the Road to League 2. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.